Today I'm showing you how to make my favorite sugar cookie recipe as sugar cookie bars. Easier than making cookies, they're so delicious, they're addicting, you're not gonna wanna miss it. Hey everyone, it's Dorothy with crazyforcrust.com and welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're talking about sugar cookie bars. Sugar cookies are my favorite cookie ever. I like them even more than chocolate chip, and these are a bar version of my favorite recipe, and it makes it, bar cookies are just so much easier because you don't have to scoop, you don't have to like roll them in sugar or bake them or frost each one separately. You just press the dough into a pan and bake it and then frost it. So much easier, serves a crowd. These are, oh, they're so good. For more delicious desserts and easy recipes, be sure to subscribe to my channel. Now let's get in the kitchen. We're gonna start off our cookie batter with 3/4 of a cup of unsalted butter that's been softened. Put that in a large bowl. We're gonna use a hand mixer today, but you could also use a stand mixer. Add in 3/4 of a cup of granulated sugar and mix that until it's nice and fluffy. Then add 1 large egg, a teaspoon of vanilla extract. You can also add 1/2 teaspoon of almond extract. I love the extra flavor in there. 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda, 1/2 teaspoon of cream of tartar. That keeps them nice and soft, and 1/2 teaspoon of salt. Mix that together until the dough is nice and combined, and then you're going to mix in 2 cups of all-purpose flour. Now I love this dough for regular cookies because you don't have to chill it. When we're making bar cookies, we don't even have to worry about that. I'm going to press this cookie dough into a 9 by 13 inch pan. I've lined mine with foil and sprayed it with nonstick cooking spray. If you don't care about removing the bars all nice and pretty, you don't have to use the foil, but I highly recommend it. Just press the cookie dough in. It'll be thin, but it will stretch all the way to the edges. If the dough at all sticks to your fingers, spray your hands with nonstick cooking spray, and that will make the dough not stick. Once you have the dough all into the pan, go ahead and bake that at 350 degrees. It's gonna be about 18 to 25 minutes until they just lose the glossy sheen. Now you'll notice that the top has an edge around it. The edges around are nice and light golden, and the top has just lost that glossy sheen. So you'll see it underneath, it doesn't look totally done, but the top looks done, and that means these cookies are finished. They will set and continue baking a little bit as they cool, so you don't want to overbake them unless you like crunchy cookies. If you want a crunchy cookie, go ahead and bake them a few extra minutes. While the cookies are cooling, let's make the frosting. This is just a basic vanilla frosting. I could eat this with a spoon, but instead we're gonna put it on the cookies. The frosting is really simple to mix together with 1/2 cup of butter and 2 cups of powdered sugar. Then you'll add in some vanilla and some salt and some heavy whipping cream. The higher the fat content in the milk or cream, the more that you'll need. So if you're using milk or non-fat milk to make this, you're probably gonna need less than 2 tablespoons. For heavy whipping cream, you're gonna need closer to 3. So it just depends on also how soft your butter was. You want this to be spreadable consistency. So again, it'll probably be about 2 tablespoons, maybe 2 tablespoons and a couple teaspoons, up to 3. Just keep mixing that until it's nice and that is it's the texture that you want. And then you're going to add this to the top of your cookie dough bars that have been cooled. Make sure they're cooled so the frosting doesn't melt, and spread it all over the top. Now you can also tint this frosting before you frost the bars any color that you want. Once the bars are evenly frosted, you will decorate this with sprinkles. I mean, unless you don't like sprinkles, which I don't know anyone who doesn't like sprinkles. You can use your favorite rainbow jimmies, nonpareils. You can use a specialty mix. These are great for holidays, you know, Halloween, Christmas, Valentine's Day, anything that you like. Use any kind of sprinkles that you want. When you slice into this cookie bar, you can see how soft the bars are and that frosting is nice and fluffy. These are one of my favorites. And now I have my cookie bars here. The smell, like that Christmas sugar cookie smell, that's what these smell like. I love adding the almond extract. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. But that adds such extra flavor and a great smell to it too. These are like, I have to be so careful with these because I could eat the entire tray just myself. That's how much I love them. These are great. You can store them in the refrigerator for 3 or 4 days. You can store them on the counter. You could even freeze these, frosted or unfrosted. This is a great, easy bar cookie. Check out down below. I have the recipe written down there. I also have a link to my upcoming cookbook that has tons of cookies and cookie bars in it. And leave me a comment. Let me know if you will tint the frosting or what kind of sprinkles you'll use, and keep watching for even more cookie recipes.